Get the latest on what's going on this earnings season, meets, beats, and more in Zacks Earnings Scorecard.
All that glitters is not gold, they say. Is that the case for some gold mining stocks this second quarter earnings reporting season? I don't know. Eric Dutram is here, and he's going to let us know, right? Because you're going to look at some gold stocks.
Yeah, we're looking at 3 gold mining companies. They all report on the 27th after the bell. It's been a very interesting time for gold miners. We saw some pretty great strength here to start the year, but there's been a couple questions here. Some investors are worried it's like a fool's gold type scenario where we're going to see some losses here in this space thanks to just this big run up and then things not being able to live up to expectations. But let's take a look at some of the companies and see how they're looking for this report. First up, we've got Barrick Gold. They're one of the largest players in the space. Right now, they have a Zacks rank 2 and an AVGM score. If we look to the chart here, we can see what I'm talking about in terms of this nice run up to start 2016. As we can see, shares were about $6 a share to start the year, but wow, they've really zoomed here up to about $20 a share. So some great strength here, and 4 earnings beats in a row. We have seen earnings estimates move higher, but not that high. So I think that's part of the concern for a lot of investors is, yeah, estimates have moved a bit higher, but is it really high enough to justify this, this huge jump in prices? Analysts do at least appreciate the stock and the trend. So it might be a dicey report in terms of some trends in terms of the overall gold market space are really weighing on the space more than fundamentals. But overall, the fundamentals do look pretty solid for Barrick. Next up, we've got Goldcorp. GG is the ticker here. They also report on the 27th. This is a Zacks rank number 1 stock. It has an AVGM score, 0% on the earnings ESP here. But if we look to the chart here, it's a pretty similar story to what we just talked about with Barrick, except for one different factor is this company isn't quite as good when it comes to beating estimates. They did have a beat in the most recent quarter, but before that they did have 2 straight misses. Once again, this is a story where estimates have started to come back a little bit, but not quite as much as some investors might have hoped given the huge run-up in gold prices to start the year. But once again, it's a number 1 ranked stock, and the industry is pretty impressive, so it's hard to bet against this company going into its report.
All right, and then the last one is New Gold, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We got NGD as the symbol here. Once again, reports on the 27th. They make it nice and easy for us to all go on the same day. But this is kind of a mixed bag in between Barrick and Goldcorp. As we can see on the chart right here, they've beaten estimates in a couple of the last quarters here. Their estimates have also started to rise a little bit, but this is still a very low price stock. It's just $4.30 a share, so you're going to see some big volatility here. That B VGM score is definitely going to be helpful, especially with that B growth score. Some nice momentum coming into this report, but once again, it's going to be a question of do the trends in gold prices overall really weigh down on this space, or can the solid fundamentals for any 3 of these companies really shine through this earnings season? And just one last note, should point out that the Zacks industry rank for the gold mining space is top 3%. So there's really a lot of good companies here, and it could be a very good season for this space. It's just a question of that the gold prices continuing on their run.
All right, own either one?
Do not.
All right. Eric keeps tabs on a lot of these companies reporting during the earnings seasons, and he brings his findings into these scorecard segments. So if you're watching this segment from off of Zacks.com, please know that Eric does write about companies during reporting season as well as other topics on Zacks.com. You can get to it all from the homepage. With Eric, I'm Terry Ruffalo.